It's day 2 of the sex for contracts trial of former SCDF chief Peter Lim, and the court heard that he did have a hand to play in the procurement process, which could have led to a conflict of interest. Lim is accused of obtaining sex from Ms Pang Chor Mui, a senior executive at Nimrod Engineering, in exchange for furthering her company's business with the SCDF.
Lawyers for Peter Lim, the former chief of the SCDF, have said he had no bearing on the evaluation committee's decision to award any tender. But the court heard today that he had the final sign-off on all procurement processes of the SCDF. This was revealed by the prosecution's third witness, Ms Chin Fong, who is the director of the SCDF's logistics department. She said Lim sits on both tender boards that signed off on all recommendations for procurement put forward by the evaluation committee. The prosecution then pointed to a government instruction manual that drew links to the fact that Lim should have declared a conflict of interest and excused himself from the procurement process, a point that Ms Chin also highlighted. The manual states that where in the course of an officer's work a decision is taken on issues in which he may have a personal interest, he must declare this. Lim is accused of corruptly obtaining oral sex from Ms Pang in a car park at Stadium Walk in May 2010. But his lawyers said in an opening statement yesterday that Lim and Ms Pang were close friends and that their intimacy stemmed from a flirtatious relationship. Still, it's the prosecution's case that he tipped off Nimrod Engineering about the SCDF's need for walk-through radiation portal monitors, even before this information was made public. The tender was only published on government e-procurement website GBiz on April 6, 2011. But the prosecution drew attention to the fact that Lim had broached the topic of getting more of these machines on the 16th or 17th of March. This was around the same time Ms Pang instructed a colleague to source for suppliers of these machines. The SCDF had been instructed to carry out radiation screening on passengers arriving into Singapore, following the Japanese earthquake of 2011 that damaged a nuclear plant. Ms Pang is expected to take the stand at a later stage. The trial continues.